Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to your number one source for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why I hate popular games. So many of you guys may be wondering what I mean when I say I hate popular games. I know it sounds kind of ridiculous as I am a gamer and many of my videos feature me playing a popular game. This is true, and don't worry, I'll explain everything before the end of the video. What I mean by I hate popular games is more about the community or fans of the game rather than the game itself. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of reasons why a AAA game will piss me off, but I'll save that conversation for another video. Instead, I'll be focusing on the launches of particular games and the toxicity that the game industry incurs as a whole. So I managed to get this down to a top 5 list. So without further ado, here we go. Number 5. When a game is announced, you better believe that a developer would have put its best foot forward. What I mean by that is that they'll either show you a version of the game that is running on some ultra powerful PC, or they'll show you footage for an up-and-coming game that's not actually in-game footage. Common perpetrators of this trend are Square Enix, EA, Activision, Bungie, and even the oh-so-loving Bethesda. Their first intention is to build hype for the game and then sell the absolute shit out of that game to everyone. And this is not an easy task. So what they do to make sure that everyone is on board and talking about their game is release over-the-top cutscenes or show gameplay footage that is almost impossible to achieve on consoles. You can see this trend in the latest Final Fantasy release, and although the game's graphics are great, it is nothing compared to the actual trailer footage, which is taken from a in-game cutscene. Also, if you take a look at some of Activision's shortcoming, we can see that this blatant skewing of the final product kind of reminds me of a simpler time. If you guys would think back to the 80s or even the 70s when gaming was in its dawn, you could think about games like E.T. or Phoenix 1982. Or even if we jump more to present day, think about games like World of Warcraft, how they show footage or cutscenes that have almost absolutely nothing to do with the game.
That's pretty cute.
What? You didn't die?
What the fuck? Or if you look at the older games, it shows box art that doesn't look like the actual product that they're selling you. And this is like kind of the reason why hype is such a big problem in the gaming industry. And it's a shame because the games actually look like total crap at the end of the day. Like if you look at the final product, it looks nothing like to what you think the game will look like or be like or behave like. And developers know that building hype will lead to higher pre-orders. And the gaming community has yet to realize how stupid we are when we pre-order a game and it's not everything we expect it to be. And yet what we still do is when the next time it happens, we go and we still pre-order the game again. And I'm looking at you for this one, OG Destiny. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Number 4. So the game is announced, trailers are releasing, and now it's time to see if the game can live up to the hype. Most times for me, that's a no. I scrutinize my games very harshly, and I typically don't buy day one releases. And that's because too many times a game has had too much hype and yet not enough sauce. Not enough sauce. Also, what is up with these loot boxes now? I know I complain about them so much, but when you think about it, loot boxes take away from the gaming experience as a whole. They add nothing to the game, take away from the gaming experience as a whole. They add nothing to the overall gameplay, and this breaks the fun for me and ruins the immersion. Back to the topic at hand here, ass kissing. Some of you, I won't name names, force yourself to like a certain game. And just because you've been waiting for it for a long time does not necessarily mean that it's gonna be a good game. I've seen people force themselves to like games like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty, even The Sims 3 or 4, Uncharted, and the list goes on and on. These fanboys like anything that's in a series. Developers can't do anything wrong, and they advance to figuratively eating the devs' asses and thanking them for every lick of the way for a delicious, unwashed butthole. Instead of coming up with opinions for themselves, they tend to just love a game because everyone else does. It's really sad that many gamers can't come up with their own opinions for games. I mean, what's really going on here, people? Number 3. Now, I hate to make a distinction between gamers, but this point mostly applies to my console gamers out there. I really don't know what it is about having the latest title or playing the newest game that gets you guys all so wet, but the attitude towards old games is kind of crazy. Not saying that this is only console gamers who do this, but to be completely honest, it mostly is. I noticed this distinction between console gamers and PC players when I started playing the PC again back in late 2015. Console gamers tend to hype the next title and then abandon it once the title comes out or people stop talking about it. Now, I know this doesn't apply to all gamers or all popular games, but for the most part, it's true. Think for a second about games like The Division or Titanfall, even Evolve. Gamers everywhere became so hyped about those games, played them, defended them during release, and then 6 months to a year later, abandoned them. And this was because popular AAA games or AAA gamers or popular gamers like to feel relevant in their platform of choice, whether it's PC or console, and also in their game selection. They feel the need to be validated by games they play. They care too much about being accepted by everyone at schools or by their friends. And I don't like to fit in with that crowd. Like, if I think a game is trash, I say it. I don't give an F about what people think of the games that I play. Call me whatever you want, judge my games. Hell, even judge my gameplay or my game skill. I don't care. I'm not seeking approval for the games that I actually like. That's why I don't deal with the popular games, because point blank period, people like to play popular games. And sure, there's some popular games out there that have really been like some of my all-time favorite games. I think Mass Effect 2, wasn't really a big fan of Mass Effect 3, but Mass Effect 3 even, and that series was really good to me. But I didn't like them just because everyone else did. I kind of discovered them in my own time, in my own way, and played them, for as long as I wanted, and I didn't stop playing the game because other people weren't playing the game or other people weren't talking about the game. I don't really care. Number 2. The old argument, if you don't like such and such of a game, you're not a true gamer. I've heard this many times, and I can tell you that this argument just doesn't make sense. I had a friend many years ago, let's call him Dick, or Richard if you want to be proper. You could be concerned about Dick as he was literally friends with the raccoon. But anyways, Dick had his problems. Dick was very opinionated. He was very opinionated about his games. He made a decent amount of money. So as a result, Dick was heavy into gaming and was pretty much able to afford any game he wanted at any time. He also owned every single console he could and was a pretty big gamer. He loved getting the latest titles, and if you weren't on board with his opinions, you pretty much weren't a true gamer. He dismissed you as such. I'm using air quotes here when I say true gamer because I know you guys really can't see me. Can't really see my fingers doing this because I'm actually a raccoon, but yeah, I'm using air quotes. Anyways, Dick loved games. He loved games like God of War, Destiny, Dante's Inferno, Super Smash Bros., Legend of Zelda, even Paragon. Really? Paragon? But yeah. I brought forth my opinions about Nintendo's next generation platform at the time, which was the Wii U, and I told him that basically I think it was a gimmick. I thought it was going to be trash. I said this, I was like, I think it's trash. I think it's too soon to release a next gen console, and even if they do, it's going to be severely underpowered because the graphics just aren't up to par for hardcore gamers. And no one's going to play it. It's going to flop. It's not going to get a third-party support like they think it was, and it's going to suck because no one wants to play games on a stupid tablet. And what did Dick do? He said that I was just hating on Nintendo because it sold so many consoles before, and the Wii U was going to be awesome because Nintendo always knows how to make good consoles, and their games are going to be great, and I'm not a real gamer because I don't like real games, blah, blah, blah. It's a stupid argument because when you think about it, what makes a person a gamer at the end of the day? Think about it. What makes someone a true gamer? Even if there is such thing as a fake gamer, I guess maybe a fake gamer would be somebody who claims to be a gamer who only plays mobile games, but I digress. That's for a different time. A gamer is someone who plays video games. You know, the simple fact that they play video games and enjoy playing video games makes them a gamer. And I play video games. Just because I don't play the ones that you like or I play ones that you don't like doesn't make me any less of a gamer than you. I've been playing games since the SNES, and mind you, it came out before I was even born, but that didn't really stop me. I was playing games from the moment I was able to hold a controller. If you guys want to try to understand exactly what I'm talking about here, stop making this stupid argument saying that I'm not a real gamer, and stop supporting stupid games and spending your money before actually hearing about the game. Stop getting too hyped. Stop playing these stupid games. Stop defending stupid games. I can't even count how many times people defended OG Destiny to me, and I think I played that game for maybe 7 hours because Destiny was supposed to be great. It was supposed to be good, and Dick convinced me to play it. I played Destiny, and I got maybe 7 hours in because I was trying to grind up to, I think, level 20 or something. I can't really remember at the time, but I was trying to grind up so I can actually play with Dick and play with some other friends. And I said play with Dick. Regardless, I was actually trying to get on there so I can play with these people. And by the time I got there, I was like, what's next? What am I supposed to do? I think this was like year 1 for Destiny, so it was only the original content, and yeah, I didn't like it, and so I stopped playing Destiny, and it was a joke. And what did everyone else do? Defend it. They said it was great. They said it was awesome. They didn't really care that they got screwed over by Activision, and they still played the game. They still loved it, and you can be that fanboy, but that's just not for me, man. Number 1. The number 1 reason why I don't like popular games is because this process never ends. It's just a minor step in the overall picture of fanboys and microtransactions. It never seems to stop. The game industry makes billions of dollars each and every year, and just like stupid little sheep, many of us still buy and play games because we're told that they're good. We're told that when a AAA game is released or it's exclusive, we gotta play it. We're told that if we don't play it, we're missing out on something great, when in actuality, we're missing out on absolutely nothing. Original games are few and far between. Like, why do you think I play so much Overwatch? It's because Overwatch was a good original idea. It's a good game with great mechanics and a lot of free updates. So far, there hasn't been any paid DLC, and I love every single bit of it. Yeah, sure, there may be some imbalances in the game at times, and they may nerf or buff characters that I don't like, or they may nerf my favorite character, and still, it doesn't really change the fact that Overwatch is a good game. And I'm not saying that Blizzard is without sin. As we remember back to what the point that I made about World of Warcraft, Blizzard's not without sin. But for once, a developer has built a flawless business plan for a game. Instead of trying to focus on selling us DLC or focus on giving the game upgrades or giving people the unfair advantage for people who actually pay for their microtransactions, they've made the microtransactions a very offhanded approach. They really pulled back and said, hey, you know, we have skins. If you want the skins, you can buy them with in-game currency, or you can actually roll for them or whatever. And I really like that approach. And not necessarily saying that I like the microtransaction or like the loot box, but I like the approach that they took. They didn't force it down my throat, and it's really nice. And Overwatch is entertaining enough for me to keep me playing, and it doesn't need me to keep throwing money in it. So, you know, I can really get a fun and valuable experience out of it for just the base price that I pay for it, and I think it was like $30. So that's a win for me. That's why I like Overwatch so much. And if, you know, the reason why we play games in the first place is for fun. So isn't that the entire reason why we play games? We don't play games for fanboys, and we don't play games to complete a collection. We actually play the game for fun. So at the end of the day, that's why I play Overwatch, and you guys may hate it, but that's just me. So tell me what you guys think. What AAA franchises do you like? Do you guys still play Overwatch? What games would you like to see me play next? Comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, check out my other videos. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today's video. And if you liked the video, go ahead and think about giving it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, then I have Stellara for you, for all your moderate to severe plaque psoriasis needs.
You who talks to your dermatologist about Stellara.
Also, hit that red subscribe button if you like all my videos, or if you like to hear more of my sweet, sweet, sexy voice. Until next time, I'm Neriku, and I'll see you guys in the absolute next video.